Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We're going to be watching Anastasia today.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
And they're like, what is this Anastasia?
That's right.
You guys have no idea.
No,
No,
just that
we
it's
don't.
an animation.
That's right.
I have it up on Amazon right now. No spoilers, really. I have any pictures hidden, but you do see a couple thumbnails of other movies below it, and usually you get a themed of, you watch this. They refer you to other movies, so we see a lot of cartoons listed below.
That's right.
The directors are Gary Goldman, Don Bluth, and Don Bluth we did recently see The Land Before Time.
Oh,
He's in a
okay.
lot of films and quite
Okay.
amazing.
Very good.
We love The Land Before Time. That
Yes,
was a
it's good.
great
Yeah, it was
movie.
good.
It was.
And emotional too. The animation was incredible.
Yeah,
The
it
story was
very
great.
good, Yeah.
Very good story.
Yep.
Storm here.
No, I'm here.
Kimmy here.
So I don't want to say anything about Anastasia. We could talk about it afterwards if that's okay with you.
Okay, that's
Fine
fine
with
with
me. Because I
Okay.
don't know what it's about.
And I did see parts of this when I was a kid. I don't remember the story, but I'm curious on what I will remember once we start watching it. Ooh, and I want to say also that Meg Ryan is in this.
Oh,
John
good.
Cusack, Kelsey Grammer.
Kelsey
Kelsey
Grammer. I love
Grammer, yeah.
him.
I'm sure more,
And
but
Meg.
that's what it's showing and starring.
Excellent.
And we're going to be watching on Amazon. And this movie came out in 1997. Anastasia. Wow. Beautiful, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dimitri, you belong in the kitchen.
His name was Rasputin, power mad and dangerous. Family. Rasputin sold his soul for the power to destroy them.
Oh! Ew!
Oh,
Go!
Comrade, in here.
Oh, no.
Where are they, boy?
Ooh!
So brave.
Scary,
Odds
scary.
against you.
Let go of her.
Hold on to my hand! Let
Let
go!
go.
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No?
I never saw her again.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, I guess so.
Oh, poor guy.
Ah!
Something was swindler.
I'm listening, Comrade Fleminkoff.
Fleming cough. You fucker. Look how different the animation styles are. Puppy.
Yeah.
Waiting for a sign.
There's your
There's a
sign.
sign I was going to say. No, okay.
Anastasia.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
think she's as old as Grandma.
Yeah, that's right.
Grandmama.
Yeah.
Puka! Puka!
Puka.
Anybody home?
Sported.
Oops.
A little flash.
Do you see what I see? No.
Yes.
What are you circling me? What were you, a vulture in another life?
Who is this here? Oh,
Oh, Puka.
In fact, oddly enough, we're going to Paris ourselves.
I knew you were crazy from the beginning, but now I think you are both mad.
Why? You don't remember what happened to you?
Well, I don't know. It's kind of hard to think of yourself as a duchess when you're sleeping on a dance floor. But sure.
2, 1.
Dimitri! Right.
Ow! May I present?
All the Romanovs are dead. They're dead. Dead.
Yes.
Am I right, Mike? Enough already with the glowing and the smoke people.
Uh-oh.
Up to Daisy.
Ew. Now you're in hell.
Yeah.
Who dares intrude
Oh,
on
my
my
God.
Yeah, the manner of speaking.
Ew.
It'll go right out there, sir.
Ew.
Your lips, they're,
Ew. It's pretty gross.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh my god.
Who's gonna sit on the
Oh
dog?
no.
Oh, the mutt gets the one.
Stop bossing me around.
That's what I say.
He's keeping count.
Telling what-
Yeah.
That's great.
I'll be quiet if you will.
All right, I'll be quiet.
Fine.
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 That's it.
And for another thing, it's a thing where you,
What?
you know, oh, get it.
Fine.
I was only asking a simple question.
Attraction. Ridiculous.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he sees him. Senses something. Whoops.
Ah,
Oh, no, you detached it.
What was that?
you do a lot of damage.
Oh my god, look at.
Did you say jump?
It's going really fast.
Oh my god, how did I get
And bridge.
jump?
Fine. Come on, there's gotta be something in there better than this. That'll work.
Okay.
Hold it too long.
And
Go.
jump.
What?
And so the bridge is out.
If we live through this, remind me to thank you.
Just think it out.
Oh, wait, whoa. Whoops.
Boom.
Wow.
Ew, the tendons! Ew!
Oh, sure, blame the bat. What the heck? We're easy targets.
What are you?
Anastasia, sir.
In the meantime, we're gonna keep walking.
Pastry filled with whipped cream and laughter.
Is this a person or a cream puff?
She is the empress of ravishing
Here come the animals.
Yeah.
You bought me a tent.
Tablecloth.
What are you looking for?
Ah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, it was nice on the hanger, but once you put it on, you should wear it.
Where it is.
Yes.
Ah.
Doesn't.
Watch. Okay. Oh.
Music Max. Oh no!
Oh, I know.
Oh no.
No, she's gonna jump off the bridge, off the boat.
Oh.
Like, what are you doing?
Wow.
You're safe now.
Thank you.
Oh,
Oh, okay, that's gross!
There's a-
Ew! Oh, he's gonna rip it!
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't shut the door.
Oh no!
Wow.
Wow!
Oh, hey, look at that.
Ah,
Whoops.
Wow.
Oh my god.
cheetah.
Oh.
Ooh, it's sparkly. Oh, she's so worried.
Yeah,
nervous.
she is.
Anya,
Yes.
You're that con man from St. Petersburg who was holding auditions to find a...
Oh, she's gonna hear it.
Oh, okay.
You just leave me alone.
Ooh.
Anya, please, you have to know the truth.
He's gonna jump into
That's so
the-
bad.
I got it. Good.
What is that?
This?
Ah, that's the key.
Oh, Anastasia.
Oh,
That's good.
Anastasia.
I want to look my best.
That might take some work, sir.
Right, yes.
Forget the girl and get a life.
Someone had done that.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Even the
Oh
dog.
my god. That's cute.
He's exchanging.
Oh, that's real. Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, don't kill the dog.
Shit.
God can save you. Want to bet?
There you go.
Good.
Yeah, punch him.
Uh-oh. I can't away from her.
Yeah.
Oh, bite him. Damn good.
No. Come on. Don't give
break
up.
it.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
it's flying.
yes. Good,
He's
Poopa.
working out those ears.
Oh, you get yours.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
now he's
So nasty.
Snake.
Oh, she slaps him.
I love you.
Oh, come on.
Not again. He's gonna
Poopa
bark at
barks.
her.
Look at
They've eloped.
Aw.
Romantic.
Yay! No barking got in the way. Good.
Well, that ended well.
So long, everybody.
Oh, Rasputin got his.
I
Oh,
know.
goodness, finally.
What a villain, huh?
Oh, finally. It
He
was.
was, and
It was an awful
the way it was falling apart like that.
That's
You
right,
know-
my
In
God.
limbo.
That's funny.
I didn't remember any of that, and I'm like, that could scare a kid. I mean,
Oh,
holy
for sure.
You're a
crap.
little kid
Oh, that
watching
was
this.
it.
I could
It scared
so
me
see
a
that,
little
especially
bit.
when his head went inside his rib cage.
Oh, God.
And then you see like the liquid on the bottom too, and I'm like, that is so nasty.
Hand
It was
falling
funny
off and seeing
too,
the
but
bone.
That's right.
and see the bone and then the tendons when he's like reaching for the
Yes.
vial or
Oh,
whatever,
my
and he's just
God.
like.
It's
I mean, it was very creative. Don't get me wrong, but I was like, ooh, this is really
Yeah.
grotesque. This
That's
is like
really gruesome.
very
Oh, wow.
creatively done. But he was so obsessed. So in the beginning, he was denied, and he decided to give up his soul or trade his soul
That's
for
right.
this
He
ultimate
did,
dark
yeah.
magic.
Curse.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, and he wanted the whole family dead. So most of the family was killed, and he was still obsessed because he wanted every single member of the Romanov family killed, and
That's
he
right,
couldn't
yeah.
get over that. I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, haven't you done enough?
That's
But
right.
you know, if
He's
he
never satisfied.
yeah, if he succeeded, like, what would happen? Like, where would he be? Like a dark wizard? Would he be promoted into something
Right,
else?
and no
so
one's
different.
going to accept him being
No.
royal, so why even bother just to have this vengeance for
Mm-hmm.
over 10 years now?
That's right.
You know, I don't know if it's because like he would just take over the world or something with the
That's
ultimate
right.
power. I don't know, but he was a funny
But
character.
Bartok,
Just-
whatever his name was, he was like,
just-
"I'm out of here. You're doing your own crazy
That's
stuff.
right,
I'm out
my
of here."
gosh.
Yeah, Bartok,
So
I really
obsessed.
liked him. I thought he
Oh,
was a
he
cute
was
bat.
adorable.
That was good.
You know, just his
like, "You're
dialogue
still
all the way
on that?"
through kept it
That's
really
right.
funny.
That's
And
right, my
Yes.
God. That
probably to
was
help kids also be like, okay, I'm not so scared. He's kind of funny. And
Mhm.
my gosh.
but I really enjoyed the romance. And
I loved it.
I
I
did
loved the
too.
story. The
Pretty
story
good.
was very good. It was
That's
very
very good,
well
yeah.
told.
yeah, I really like that. And Anastasia learning who she is and going through, like, remembering a little bit, but having
Right, little
amnesia, you know, and not really knowing who she is, but
Mhm.
having, like, hints now and then,
Mm-hmm.
now and again, and, you know, actually having Dimitri, or she and him, or he found her, but she was looking for him in the beginning, so them finding each other when he was there from the start.
Yeah, the irony
right,
is
yeah,
just,
it is.
you know, it was
something.
fantastic because it was meant to be.
Yeah,
Mhm.
It was
sure
meant
was,
to
my
be. She
goodness.
knew she had to go to Paris for something, and she needed him, and hey, he needed someone to look like
definitely.
Anastasia so he can get some dough,
Yeah.
a lot of dough.
And her grandmother was so sweet. all the time.
Yeah,
It
I'm
was
glad
so-
she survived, and
yes,
she was looking
yeah.
for her granddaughter,
Yeah,
and
that's
how
so sweet.
wholesome she was,
Yeah,
because
she
she
sure
truly
was.
cared, and was just so brokenhearted, like seeing all
Yeah.
these fake Anastasias, like
So
all these
many
that's
people
horrible.
trying
Yes.
to swindle her.
Yeah, it was so sad to
Definitely.
see that, and I don't know details of what happened in real life, because this, I believe, was based on a true story, but I do believe that a lot of people did come forward pretending like it was a
Oh,
con, and
definitely, yeah.
people kept coming forward, like trying to get the money and acting like they were Anastasia, and I can't imagine like how terrible that is. So I wonder what would happen.
To an elderly person to say that their granddaughter,
That's
that
horrible,
like the
yeah.
basics of that is just terrible.
Yeah.
All for the almighty
live with
dollar.
that. Yeah. Jeez.
And I wonder
That's
what they would
awful.
do to you in real life. Like, would you get arrested for being a fraud?
Actually, they should.
They should
I mean,
be.
they're trying
Definitely.
to, be
They're a fraud.
fraudulent.
Yeah. But
Oh,
the story was really nice, and I'm glad this had a happy ending with her
Okay.
actually meeting her grandmother and
Yes.
being honest. Like, she, in the beginning, Dimitri made it sound good, and he is a con artist, or was a
Yeah.
con
That's
artist.
right, yeah.
And she kind of thought, well, what's the harm in it? If I go over, I don't know who I am. So if there is a small possibility that I am this person, you know, the grandmother will tell me yes or no. And then later on, she found out, no, he was training her, you know, in a facade to get money.
That's
but
right.
then he
Definitely.
realized, I love it. Yeah, the pacing was
Yeah,
good
it
there.
was
Right,
great, and
really
she said,
good,
"You know what?
definitely.
I might as well go. No harm, no foul. I mean, it's not going to hurt me, you know. And then I can eliminate, you know. Okay, so I'm not from royalty, but there's something bringing me. I have to go to Paris. She
That's
had that
right,
necklace on
definitely,
for a
yeah.
reason.
And
At
I'm glad
least
she
it'll
kept it.
bring her to Paris if it wasn't
And Puko.
Pookie? Was it Pookie or
I think it's
Puka?
Puka.
I think I wrote Pookie by
okay,
accident, but
whatever.
Puka.
Puka.
I'm thinking
Thank
Pookie,
goodness-
like,
Thank
he's
goodness
just
she got
walking
her
down.
to go to follow him.
That's right.
Mhm.
It
I
was
like
meant
that.
to
It's like he was a
be.
sign or
He
something.
Was
That
her
was the
guide.
sign.
sign.
That was the sign.
Yeah,
That's
because
right.
Yeah.
many times he guided her and
He
saved
sure
her.
did. Yes, he
Like
did.
guided her from the
Very smart
start to
little
go
doggy.
to
Yeah.
St. Petersburg, and then you know, helps like Dimitri go find her when she almost jumped off the ship, and jumping scenes. But
Yes,
when
and-
she first met Dimitri, the dog went in there, and then that's how she snuck in, and
And
so
something, yeah.
Puka kept doing that.
He's her
Good-
hero,
good
her unsung
Puka.
hero.
Yeah.
I do think Vlad took over the dog, though.
Oh
That's right.
yes, he
Yeah.
fell in love with him
Dog.
instantly. I love Vladimir. He was fantastic.
Yeah, that was
He
good.
was so funny.
He was adorable and very positive,
That's
and
right.
you know, even though they were doing a con, like it was sweet how like he did care, you
Yes.
know, about her,
Definitely,
and
yeah.
he knew how to talk to her. And in the beginning, Dimitri was just all about business,
That's right.
and he didn't care about her feelings or anything. He was just like, okay, so how are you feeling, like Anastasia? Like, let's get training and all that. She's like, oh my god.
Oh, my
So.
God.
One thing I don't remember is all the songs. Like I kind of like a couple were familiar to me, but it was a musical all the way through. So
I love
was
that.
fun.
I
nice.
love
That was
musicals.
fun. Me
I
too, I
really
always
do.
do.
Whenever
That
I
is
can.
fun.
Yeah.
The voices
Yeah,
were
I always
beautiful,
Always watch musicals.
and when everyone
That was
gets
good.
together and starts dancing and getting
Oh,
together just to
definitely.
interact and
Yeah.
go over the flow.
Even the villain songs I love. You know, you
Yes.
just
with all the weird creatures, like the
Oh, my
demonic
God,
bugs.
yes.
I know. But
He's
they
in
were
limbo, like
petrified of him.
purgatory. And
Oh, boy.
that was interesting to see
was funny.
Bat get pulled down in there, and then
Oh,
you
my.
just go through layers and layers of like ocean. Then you have like these weird lands underneath in a spatial realm that's purgatory. Yeah, very
Yeah.
bizarre. But yeah, like the song there made me think of totally different song, but be prepared. You know,
Right,
just like
right.
my gosh,
darkness
that's-
and
darkness.
Rasputin reminded me of Jafar.
Yes, it did. Yes.
The angular face,
So
and the long
my gosh,
beard,
sure
and
does, yeah.
And the
evil
silly
eyes,
sidekick.
and the teeth. Yeah, that's true because you had
That's right,
Iago,
yeah.
and then we have
Yeah.
the
That's
bat. Yeah,
Oh, my
Bartok.
God.
Yeah, so they were
That was
silly
good.
characters, but I really love the romance behind it, and the story is tragic. I mean,
It is,
her
yeah.
family was murdered,
That's a shame, yeah.
you know, in the early
Horrible.
1900s. And that's devastating. Like, how many
That's
people
right.
actually died in
Oh,
that,
I
you know?
know. And her
That's right,
father was
yeah.
just so brave. He tried, you know, to
Yeah.
get him out of there, but there was no way he could, you know, he just succumbed to it.
Oh, jeez. Well,
Yeah, that's just so sad. And he was very brave. Nicholas, I think his name was, right?
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then when
geez.
she's having
Okay.
these visions, and we see him like, and they're dancing.
Yeah.
together.
I know, and
Yeah,
even the
no doubt.
reflection when she shined off one of the pieces on the table, and she just had a quick flash
Quick
of
flash,
someone
yeah.
dancing, and
Yeah.
so these little flashes, you know, they they helped her along the way for
He
her
did.
memory.
Thank goodness.
That was fun. I really like
I
seeing
like
the
that.
small reveals of her remembering, and I just love it when Dimitri really realized that, oh my God, I never told you that part about the boy
That's
saving
right,
her,
yes,
and
that's
knowing
right.
the details of that. That was cool.
That was
But yeah, I
good.
like the pacing there and learning at the end, and him turning around and being like, oh God, like this is truly her and caring about her.
Yes,
being
and I
happy
love
for her.
Grandma's how she felt on his feelings. How she saw that. She said, "Look, look what he's done for us.
That's
Yeah.
What he's done for
that's
you.
right,
He
yeah.
saved our lives earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
he brought
that's
us
for
together
sure.
now."
And not that
something.
there should be pressure, but that is huge that she's the Grand Duchess. She's meant to rule Russia, and she had to make a choice between being with Dmitri or being royalty. And I'm like, well, can't you have both? Can you just change it?
Especially
But-
with this,
that's-
very understanding grandmama.
Yeah,
You would
she
think
was,
that maybe over time, they would, allow him to be part of it, but.
And he saved their lives, both of
Exactly.
them.
We'll make an exception.
I know.
Okay.
You're still a peasant. I'm sorry.
Go in that kitchen.
I'll be happy for you, but you're not getting a title or
Maybe
anything.
for
No way. So, but honestly, I did really like the ending with them being together and
too,
happy.
definitely.
And
Yes.
she probably doesn't want that kind of life anyways, and that's why she walked
Right.
away from it.
And she's so used to living in an orphanage ever
Yeah,
since
she
she was,
sure
what,
is.
8 or
Yeah.
9? So
Yeah.
she's used to having, this simple life and
right,
being
yeah.
content.
Now, with the orphanage, I really thought that was going to come back into play at some point where the woman that was yelling at her in the beginning would
Oh,
be like,
God,
where
yes.
were you? And
Yeah.
find her
Oh.
somewhere down the road and call her out. And I thought that
Yeah.
might have been a thing, but
Yeah.
no,
She
just
was
one
nice.
time,
Yeah.
just to start it off, and that was it. The animation style I really do like a lot. It does have that Disney feel to it, even though this is Fox Films, and it really reminded me of Titan AE. You guys haven't seen that yet? And that's where I love the name Akima. So it totally has the same exact style to it. It's
Okay.
very, very alike. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So.
I love the snow coming down. It was
That
very
was
pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And
And the sparkles in the
buildings.
dress were
Yes, like
pretty.
that,
I mean,
yes,
everything
yeah.
about it. But they even mixed a lot of CG, like computer graphics in this, where it's early on. I think, working with that challenge, but it did work. I think they did a good job with, that big horse at the end. And even, with the palace when it was rotating early on and Anastasia's walking through it. So there was a lot of
Wow.
beautiful scenes, and I think they did a good
Very
job trying
nice.
to balance those,
Very good.
Yeah,
So-
that's
Liked
right.
it a lot.
Out of the characters, who did you guys like the best? We had Anastasia, Dmitri, Bartok the Bat, Rasputin, Vlad, Puka.
Jeez. I liked Puka, but I liked Anastasia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I loved Anastasia. I love Puka. And I love Vladimir.
Yeah.
I love Vlad.
Yeah,
Yes,
then I'm starting to go
Vlad,
but I'm gonna flat out just say Dmitri and Anastasia. They're my
Yeah,
favorite
that's
ones
good,
there.
yes.
But I mean, we had some funny characters.
Yeah, okay.
Rasputin was just so evil and creepy,
Oh,
and
he
he was
was really
silly, but that was
creepy.
entertaining.
Really
Oh my God. So guys, thank you so much for
Oh my
requesting
gosh.
this, for voting on it.
you.
good. Thank you.
Please let us know what you thought of this movie. I love the romance. I love animations, and the story was a lot of fun, and I love a happy ending.
Yes,
So
me
this was
too.
great.
Yes.
And musicals. We love our musicals.
Yes.
We
Love
do.
musicals,
We do.
yeah.
We did love Grandmama too.
Oh,
Yeah, I
very
was
have to
thinking
say
that too. We
that.
do
She
love
was
her
really
too.
good.
She was
Yes.
amazing. And the one that Vlad was with. What was it?
Oh,
the cousin or
Sophie?
something? Oh, Sophie. Yeah. She was so funny with the big boobs. Like, ooh la la. She was great.
That's
So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye guys.
Bye.